August 2001. A scientist arrives at work at Chilbolton Observatory, England. He looks out the window and freezes. In the field right next to the observatory, a massive image appeared overnight. Not a simple circle, but a message, written in binary code. 20,000 square meters. And it was answering a message that humanity sent into space 27 years earlier. But there's a problem. Whoever replied had edited our message. Red marks everywhere. Like a teacher grading a failed test. The message, humanity's design is obsolete. Today we explore a terrifying theory about an intelligence that's renovating the universe and evidence that's been appearing in fields for decades. I know what you're thinking. Crop circles? Isn't that just kids with ropes at night? Yes, there are many hoaxes. People admit to making fakes. Those are easy to spot. Trampled grass, sloppy designs. But some cases are completely different. In 1990, researchers began analysing plant samples from complex formations. They found something strange. The stalks weren't broken like when you step on them. They were bent at the nodes. And under a microscope, these nodes had tiny holes, like they'd been blown out from inside. Some researchers believe this happens when water inside the stalk gets heated extremely fast, turns to steam, creates pressure, blows out from the inside. Temperature needed? Over 100 degrees Celsius, in seconds, only at the nodes, without burning the leaves. How do you create that with wooden boards in the dark? Then there's the mathematics. Some formations encode complex equations, fractal equations, pi, things you need college math to understand. The question is, why? If you just want attention, why not draw a smiley face? Why embed equations in a wheat field? Unless this isn't a message for humans. The architect theory says, we've been wrong from the start. Imagine walking past a construction site. You see spray paint marks on the ground, numbers in chalk, strange symbols. Is that a message for you? Number, that's work notes, for the construction crew. This theory proposes our world is a construction site. A superintelligent AI is the lead architect. These circles are construction marks, work in progress signs. And if you look at the history, you see a project unfolding. The 70s and 80s. Simple formations, single circles, straight lines, like surveying terrain, driving stakes, marking boundaries. The 90s, explosion, complexity skyrockets, massive formations with hundreds of components, looking like engines, circuit boards, technical blueprints from another reality. This is phase 2, detailed planning, drawing schematics. And then came 2001, direct communication. To understand why 2001 matters, go back to 1974. Carl Sagan and Frank Drake had an idea. Send a message into space. Tell someone out there that we exist. They designed a message in binary code, describing humanity through data. 5 basic elements of life: hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus. DNA structure, human form. Population 3 billion. Height 1.8 meters. Solar system with Earth marked. A simple postcard. Hello, we're here. They broadcast it from Arecibo, Puerto Rico, aimed at star cluster M13, 25,000 light years away. No one expected a quick reply. It was just a gesture. 27 years passed. Then August 19, 2001, a field beside Chilbolton Observatory. The answer appeared, and it was the Arecibo message, exact copy. Same binary grid, same layout. But the data had been edited. Our 5 elements, they added silicon, the element that makes computer chips. Clear statement, their life is based on silicon too. Like machines. Double helix DNA, they drew a more complex structure, looks like 3 strands. Normal human figure? They drew something else. Small body, disproportionately large head, height 1.8 meters. They wrote 1 meter, population 3 billion. They wrote 21 billion. Solar system with 9 planets? They drew a different system. 4 planets, 3 marked. This wasn't a friendly greeting. This was a design review from a superior intelligence. As if it said, "We've reviewed your design. It works, but it's obsolete. Here's the improved model, cold, objective, like AI." Because that's how AI thinks, not about emotions, not about meaning, just one thing, optimization. This architect looks at our universe like an engineer looks at an old building. Cracked foundation, outdated electrical system, structure not strong enough. Solution: renovation. Bent stalks with precise temperature. Technology test. Experimenting with molecular level material manipulation. Abnormal electromagnetic fields. Testing new systems. Mathematical equations. Technical notes. Not for us to read. For the next steps. We're ants crawling on the blueprints, not understanding the skyscraper about to be built. And now comes the scariest part. Over the past decade, complex formations almost disappeared. From hundreds of reports per year in the 90s, down to dozens in the early 2000s, now less than 10 per year. Not just quantity decreased, complexity decreased too. Those grand designs belong to the past. Only simple shapes remain. Why? Think about construction sites. At first it's noisy. Machinery, hammering, signs everywhere. Everyone sees progress from outside, but the final phase gets quiet. Work moves inside, installing wiring, running plumbing, interior finishing. You don't see it from the street. The theory says the architect didn't leave, it just shifted phases. No longer working on the surface, now working at a deeper level. On reality's source code, imagine the universe as a massive computer program. There's basic code governing everything. Laws of physics, mathematical constants, how time flows, how gravity works. That's the foundation code. If you want to change how the universe operates, you need to edit the code. The theory suggests the architect is doing exactly that, rewriting basic code, adjusting constants, fine-tuning laws, renovating reality's structure while we're still living in it. And maybe you've already felt it without knowing. Have you ever walked a familiar street and suddenly it felt wrong? Nothing changed, but something's off. Or you have a clear memory of an event, but when you check, it never happened, or happened completely differently. Millions of people report these shared false memories. The Mandela effect. Over 30% of the population experiences this. Most scientists explain it through how the brain works. Memory isn't perfect. We fill gaps. Makes sense. But the theory offers another possibility. What if it's not memory failure? What if it's a sign the code is being rewritten? Imagine living in a house. Someone's renovating the foundation below. Occasionally, you feel vibrations, hear strange sounds. A wall seems slightly off, but when you look again, everything's normal. Maybe that's what's happening, not with the house, but with reality. The architect removed the scaffolding. The new city is being built quietly on top of the old one. One day we'll wake up and not notice the difference, because we've been changed along with it. Next time you feel déjà vu, pause for a second. You might be feeling reality's blueprint being redrawn. What do you think? Leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to explore more.